Okay, so we got a problem here. Um, the American populace does not know enough about their food. Uh, they don't know what's going into it. All they hear is that MSG is bad, that um, you're not supposed to eat a lot of fat, and all these dumbed down evidence. What I propose is that um, we have a debate. This debate would be between advocates of certain food ingredients, like monosodium glutamate, and those that protested. Many would argue that the food industry would be at the advocate end, and that nutritionists would be at the protesting end. A lot of people don't know why the food industry would use certain products. They don't know that one of the reasons why the food industry uses monosodium glutamate is to actually reduce the sodium content, which has actually been associated with high blood pressure and this goes on. But yeah, anyways, structuring the debate. So you would have advocates and protesters. They would get together for 1 hour debating upon whether or not this ingredient should be used in, or debate its use in the food industry. Whether or not it actually this debate would give consumers a better understanding of what they're eating. It wouldn't necessarily decide anything. It's not a policy. It's just an informative 1 hour debate. They would be required to discuss the usage. They would be required to cite studies, and there would be the Surgeon General to act as a sort of judge, to make sure that the debate doesn't go off track, as judges do. And just as in a courtroom, you would have 12, a jury of 12. They would indicate when they felt that conversation was going too technical, or they didn't understand certain things, and relay that to the Surgeon General, and then he would relay that then to the debate team during the discussion. In order to keep this somewhat legitimate or possible, you would have to just cover the main hot topics per se, pretty much the ones that are being covered by the media. So monosodium glutamate, trans fats. You want to hit on I can't think of it. Sugar substitutes, certain containers, just pretty much everything that goes on in the food industry. You would want discussed here. You would, and this discussion would give everyone just a general knowledge of what's going on, and it would the smart people, anyways, could realize what exactly they're eating. They could deduce for themselves what they're eating, and whether or not they wanted to eat that. They didn't have to believe that, well, this said this and this said the other thing, and they wouldn't have to go from like website to website, or have to just bang through all their own uh, research. Not everyone has time for all this research. So if we could bring it to the responsibility of the food industry and the nutrition industry, or nutrition people, then you could have a concise means of delivering information to the masses. Wouldn't be a bad idea if you could put it on a little pamphlet, even. Usage, pros and cons, and what exactly that product does, and what would happen if that product were not to be used. That's pretty much my thought on how to make this, or how to educate the populace, which is really the key factor in bettering the food system. Alright, thank you.